Hi, I'm Jenny from broken-better.com, and I'm here with a nourishment lesson on manifestation. Before we begin, I want to start with a quote from The Alchemist that says, "When you want something, all the universe conspires in helping you achieve it." And I picked that quote because that is how and why manifesting works. So before we begin, I want to start with what manifesting is not. It's not evil, it's not greedy, and it's not wish-making. It's sort of like an active prayer. So if you think of yourself as a co-creator with the universe or with God, you're not the driver, you're not the passenger, you're the co-pilot. You're working on this life together. And there's some things out of your control and there's some things within your control. And the way manifestation really works is in believing that God actually wants you to succeed, that miracles are real, and that God wants you to be happy, and God wants you to find the things that are good for you, and just trust that God will provide. And I know that sounds out there for some of you, but I can tell you from experience it really works, and I want to show you how it works, and I would like for you to try it on your own. So the first thing I want you to think about is a change, a positive change you would like to see in your life. So this could be small, this could be large. It could be a new home, a new job. It could be a new love, a new friend. It could be as simple as more energy, whatever. So think of that change. And what you need to do is make sure that it's a very clear and concise manifestation that you're going to write. And I suggest writing it down, maybe going through a few drafts if necessary. Before doing a manifestation, I often think about it for a long time, and I like to do mine on a new moon. And so it gives me time to usually think about exactly how I want to word this. It's really important to, be as clear as possible, but not throw in a lot of detail, because you have to trust and be open to the way the universe is going to let this manifest for you. So for example, if you were looking for a new job, you don't want to just say, "Dear universe, help me find a new job," because that's probably not enough. So you would want to describe some things you're looking for. "Dear universe, please help me find a new job that would be better for me mentally, emotionally, and physically." That's good. Or, "Dear universe, please help me find a job where I make more money, but not at the cost of my sanity." Something like that. So you're not going to say, "Dear universe, please help me find a job at this company with this amount of money." You don't need to do that much of a detail, because that's sort of like wish making now. Okay, so that's different than manifestation. Manifestation is putting out the change, being open to how the change comes to you. You're really open to the idea, this is the change I want, but I trust that the universe or God is going to bring it to me however is best for me, and at the time that's best for me as well. Okay, so once you've come up with your manifestation and it's clear and concise, the next thing is the options of how to do the actual manifestation and put it out there. I prefer, like I said, a new moon, but you don't have to do that. You can pick a time or a day that means something to you, or you feel has energy for it, or you're just feeling really good that day and this is the day to do it. Whatever, okay, whatever works for you. The two ways that I've done it and that I'm going to share with you is one with candles. So you can take a candle, you can actually pick a color that is symbolic to what you're looking for. So if you were looking to find a job that made more money, you could pick a green candle or something like that. If you want to, you could do a symbol. You can draw a symbol with a crystal or something else, a dollar sign or something, to kind of put that together. Or you don't have to do those things. And you're going to take your candle and you're going to speak your manifestation to the candle. You're going to light it and you're going to let it burn down continuously without blowing it out. So if you're doing this at night, put your candle in a safe place. Sometimes I've been known to put candles in the shower, because I know that nothing can happen, nothing will burn down in there. So that's one option. The other option is to actually write them down. So you take your paper, and this is an actual manifestation, so this is a real example. and you write down exactly what you want. You can use, again, a colored pen to, you know, if we're looking at the new job, you could do, again, green, or, you know, for something new, maybe you think blue sounds really calming, I want a calm job. Whatever, really put some thought into it and write it down, and then maybe cut the paper to size or into a shape that represents something to you, and then fold it up. And what I do is I have an altar, a sacred place in my home, and I leave this, the manifestation, on a dish that my niece made for me, usually with a rock that symbolizes something to do with that manifestation. So in this case, I have jasper here, or a charm that represents, so it could be a saint, or something that represents what you're looking for in that manifestation. It could be a magazine cutout, it could be a photograph, it could be an herb, it could be whatever. And then what I do is I leave the manifestation for a period of time. So I tend to do the new moon till the full moon. It's a very long time. Sometimes people don't feel that they want to wait that long. You might have a number that means something to you, like the number 3. So you'll leave it for 3 days and 3 nights. And then what you'll do is you will burn your manifestation safely in a sink or something like that. Let it burn down, and then, you know, put water on it and do what you have to do. Or you can bury it in the ground. You just want to make sure that you know, are burying it somewhere that's not going to get dug up. Those are your different options of how to put the manifestation out there into the universe. So the reason why there's burning or burying involved is because you're showing God or the universe that you're trusting that what you asked for was heard. And so after this, you really shouldn't pray for it anymore. You just have to trust that this prayer was heard and that it'll happen in the time that it's supposed to happen. And you can, though, and I highly encourage you to do prayers of gratitude. So every day after, if we're doing the new job as the example, dear God, thank you so much for this new job. I'm so grateful for this opportunity. I'm so grateful that it's got everything I need, and I thank you so much. And what that's doing is showing gratitude for what you know is coming. And that attitude also really helps you psychologically. It really helps you, you know, believe in what you're saying, and you're going to act differently. You know, it's that idea of, you know, when someone is confident or acts confident, they seem confident. You know, it's that fake it till you make it kind of belief. But it really is helpful to show the gratitude after the process, and just kind of let that go. And then besides showing gratitude, the other things you can do is obviously do things on the physical. So you could do vision boards, digital or physical. You can cut out photographs. You obviously would be looking for the job and trusting that you will be guided to the right one. You know, instead of just going in there and, you know, maybe you think you found the dream job and you don't get the interview, or you get the interview but you don't get the call back. You just have to trust that that wasn't the right job for you. You don't always know what's best for you, and I'm sure you've experienced that in your life. Things just seem to work out for a reason, and we're taught the lessons we need to be taught at the right time. I do want to share with you some examples of manifesting that have worked in my life. My very first experience with manifesting was finding my husband, who we've been together now for a very long time, even though we're fairly young. What I did was I had a psychology teacher in my senior year of high school tell us to write a list of everything you're looking for in a future partner. And she said that you do that because in the beginning, when you think you're in love, it's just hormones, and you may, you know, fall for the wrong person, or, you know, get all caught up in the hormones, and then when the hormones dissipate, you realize, oh, this was not a good choice for me. So she said you write the list to check, and you go, okay, does this person meet the list? Well, I had 50 things on my list, and I kept updating them and changing them, and I prayed. I prayed that this person would find me, and this was alone, and I was okay with being alone. I decided to make myself better for that person. So I did a lot of self-work and health stuff, and just was like, I'm going to prepare for this person who I know is out there and is coming for me. and I'm just going to act like he's already here, and I'm just gonna do my best for myself and get myself ready for him. And that worked, and we've been together ever since. And since then, I've really, I don't manifest like every day, you know, I just do it for the big things in my life and the big changes I'm making, and where I feel that I want to go really well and that I don't exactly know what I'm doing. In those cases, you know, there's sometimes, like with any new change, you're taking a leap and you don't know what you're doing. You can pretend that you do, but you don't. And so it's nice to put out those desires, those prayers, and just let them be out there and hope that it all works out for you. So I hope you enjoy this, this lesson, and I hope that you do some manifesting if it's something you need. I'm thinking if you watch this video, there was a change in your life that you were seeking. I hope it works out for you, and I wish you all the best of luck.